Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of The Growth Switch with me, Cyril. This is our last episode for 2022. I can't believe that the year has flown by so much. I don't know about you guys. I feel like this year has just flown by, and we're already at the end of our series for 2022. Remember the series, we are looking to help you with practical techniques and insights as you work towards achieving your life goals and your life vision. Where do you find the episodes? Good question. You can go to cyrilmatiba.com to the Growth Switch tab, and all the episodes are there. Otherwise, you can go to YouTube and go to the Growth Switch with Cyril, and you can find all the episodes there as well for your enjoyment and learning pleasure. In this episode, our final topic for the year is about control and knowing when you have it and when you don't have it. Because why? As human beings, we tend to fuss over things that we don't really have control over, and that results in anxiety and stress, which effectively, if you look at it, we bring upon ourselves. Now let's dive straight into it. So exactly like I just said, the whole topic is about looking to help you lower your level of anxiety and stress by simply recognizing that you will have some instances where you are in control, some activities where you are in control, and some activities where you are not in control, right? Now let's speak about control for a second, right? So when you say you're in control, it means that you have a direct impact, or whatever you do directly influences the outcome of the activity, right? So, for example, this video, if I stand here and I press record and I start speaking and it's recording, it's going to record what I'm saying. So I have direct impact on the outcome of this video and the outcome of the learnings that you take out of this video. So I have control over that, right? I can come here, I can speak a whole lot of things which are not going to impact you in any way or help you in any way. And that's going to be the outcome. You will not be helped. You'll be like, Cyril, I wasted my time here. What the hell is this? I'm never coming back, type of thing. That I've got control over. Now, some things I don't have control over, right? For example, some videos you may have seen, I start speaking, a neighbor's dog starts barking. I don't have control over that. So now, if I'm going to sit here and think, what if I start the video and then the neighbor's dog starts barking? Then I will not do any videos. Simple as that. That means no progress. That means no learnings for people like you who are watching this right now, right? So the control is about the activity. Can you, the actions that you do, then need to, influence it. When you don't have the control is when no matter how much you can do, you cannot change, the outcome. You can influence it as much as possible. For example, let's assume that you're at work. You need a report from a colleague, right, from a different unit. And that colleague's report, whatever they produce, is going to be used as an input to an activity that you need to then do, right? Now, whether that colleague does the report or not, you don't have control over. Because now, you are not about to go to that colleague, log into their thing, and then do the report. You know what I'm saying? They need to do the report. So you don't have the control over that. So you can stress as much as you want about the report not being done yet, but essentially you can't do much about it other than following up with a colleague, chasing them, and then if they are really non-responsive and they give you attitude, escalating them. You can't do more than that. Unfortunately, that's the influence that you can have. Now, stressing yourself about any other situation or any other activities that you could do other than those is really bringing yourself unnecessary anxiety. So that's when you don't have control, right? Whereas once the colleague has done their report, then it comes to you, and now you need to do the activity by a specific deadline. Who's got control over that? You, right? You have control over what you need to do. But then in that same process of, let's say you work on a computer, what you don't have control over is, and if you stay in South Africa, load shedding. The electricity can go. And sometimes, depending on where you live, load shedding can happen quite a few times a day and for long periods. And then your laptop dies because you don't have backup power, and then your activity that you need to do is now affected, right? Now, there in that situation, you can stress, you can have anxiety. Oh no, I won't meet the deadline now, or stuff like that. But you've got no control. Eskom decides when they're gonna, do the power cuts, and then the power cuts happen to you, right? But what you can do in a situation is alert whoever you need to give the report to that, hey, listen here, as you know, as a country, our power utility is not doing its job, and we are plunged into darkness for a few times a day. That may impact my ability to give this report to you by this date or this time. And that's just the communication that you do beforehand so that you manage expectations, right? That's just what you do as far as things you're not in control of. What can you do outside of that situation, so that you manage the situation, at least. So I'm hoping I've made it clear, and I'm hoping that after this, in your life, you'll begin to realize scenarios where you do not have control and scenarios where you do have control. And then the ones where you do not have control, look to see how you can influence the situation, but then realize that there is only so much you can do, because then, outside of you going and do this thing yourself, and sometimes you can, but if you can't, then recognize that all you can do is influence, and then, try to, have that lower your own anxiety and stress levels, because in life you won't be in control of everything, and if you're only willing to, to act or to get involved, if you're going to be in control of everything, then you won't really get much done now, really, right? Last example of this, you want to drive to work, or drive to the mall, or drive anywhere. What do you have control over? How you drive, right? Do you yield or you need to yield? Are you driving at the speed limit or below it? Is your car roadworthy? Have you serviced it? Things like that. Are you indicating when you need to indicate? That's what you have control over, right? What you don't have control over now is what other people do, where some other person might suddenly come from their lane to yours and hit you with their car. You don't have control over that. Now, you could then sit at home and say, I want to drive somewhere, but I'm scared someone might hit my car. And then I'm not going anywhere. Now, will you get much done? No. So, really, it's but getting that frame of mind that there's things you will be in control of and things that you will not be in control of. Yeah, I'm hoping the message is landed. If you found this useful, remember to share it with others who stand to benefit the most. You can follow us on our socials, where we tend to share some material in between these videos. And please remember, there's some things you will not have control over, and you need to learn to make peace with that and lower your stress levels.